What is up, Course Wizards? Welcome to yet another episode of the Course Wizards podcast. What's up, Chris? My hands just did this explosion thing, like.
How you doing today, Amit? This is pretty good. I'm excited because I was a little bummed after last week because we talked about how my sales funnel imploded. I'm ready for some good news. What you got for me?
Listen, we're going to talk about how my YouTube channel semi exploded. Not hasn't fully exploded yet, but it's doing one video took off, and we're going to talk about that one video, net new channel, what I did, what I'm doing with this new channel. But before I get into it, what I want to talk about is, are we going to do a recap with all the things that you said you're going to implement on your sales funnel?
No, not yet. We're not, but in the future we can. Not yet. We're not because the
Not
because
yet.
the
Of
funnel
course,
ended.
not yet.
Remember, it was a timed event, so it doesn't do me any good to change anything now because it's all over. So this will be the next time I implement a funnel. We need to see if I learned from my mistakes and if I made the new one correct. So yeah, I'm not going to fix that one because it's
Yes.
done over. It's no good anymore.
But now you have a secret tool, not so secret tool. You
That's
have
right.
Evelyn's
It
membership.
That's right. And I have Amit Aurora as a co-host. Between those two things, yeah, I signed up for Evelyn. What's her last name? Do you remember?
Wise,
Uh, Evelyn
WEISS.
Wise. Yeah, she has a wonderful online membership. If you're looking for a really good online course about building funnels and that sort of thing and training online,
Mhm.
Evelyn Wise has a wonderful $7 a month course. What I like about it is that she gets more in depth with this course than I've seen probably with about any course. She will take it literally just item by item. Here's what to do next. She gives you a full roadmap right from the start. She's very transparent about everything she's doing, and she helps you replicate what she does. So yeah, check that out. Her name is Evelyn Wise. We'll try to put that in the show notes. But
Yep.
that's not why we're here today. Why are we here today, Amit?
Yep. We are here. So let's talk about my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Um, I started this channel because I started exploring all these AI tools, but not just AI tools that we use for copywriting. I started exploring the AI tools that do art generation, right? Kind
Hmm.
of, I was interested in it mainly for blog images. Like, I want unique blog images. I don't want to always go and spend 10 minutes, whatever many minutes, searching on these stock photo uh, sites on that perfect blog image, especially when I was doing my pet blog. I couldn't find a dog eating a mulberry or a cat eating bacon. Like, it's not a thing that stock photo image websites do. So that was hard to find. And then at the same time, I had been reading about Dali and all. Dali was the only one I was really excited about. But then I found out that Mid Journey is another one. And of course, Google starts showing me, right? I use just the Google app, not Chrome, but just the Google app if you download.
Yep.
And it shows me curated news. And based on my searches, it starts showing me all this AI image stuff, which is fascinating. For those of us who, or those listening and watching, what it is you type in a text prompt, show me a squirrel dressed up in army gear carrying guns, or in both hands, right? Something like
Yeah.
that. And depending on what layer is being used under the hood by that AI art engine, you're going to either get awesome results or you're going to get scary results, like nightmarish, right? So it's one of those. Who is holding the crayon? Is it like a 1 year old drawing, or is it Picasso on the back end drawing
Yeah.
it?
And these are really, when Amit says they can be very impressive, they can be super impressive. Like some of them are so good that you could actually take and resell them after you created them, right? If you want to see more about us actually messing around with the AI images, we did an entire episode on this, episode 157, and it's how you can use AI image generators to help your course creation. And
Yep.
since then, yeah, Amit's really gotten into this. And so he said, hey, I'm going to create a whole YouTube channel on this. And lo and behold, one of his videos, at least, has already gone viral, which is kind of crazy to me because I put out videos regularly. CourseWizards has been putting out videos for a long time regularly, and we'll get a few dozen hits on the day that we put our videos out sometimes. But how did you do, Amit? What happened with this video that you
Yeah.
created?
Yeah. So some things to preface here. I
Uh-huh.
had been playing in this space for a couple of months, and it's a space that anyone can learn easily. Like it's like prompts, writing a prompt to generate art. I started with the goal of having a faceless YouTube channel, and my goal was never to like even have my voice on it, but I just couldn't find the talent to do the voiceover or the talent to do video editing. So I was like, you know what, Chris, screw it, I'm going to do this. And my first video I posted on November 10th of this year, so a little over a month
So this is a month
from
ago, so from when we're
month ago,
recording this.
new channel created a month ago. That first video was a 1 minute short on how to create a panoramic image using a software called Runway. So Runway, what it does is you say a farm or a house on a farm, and then you
Hmm.
drag a frame towards the right and say water, and it'll just combine that first image into the second image of water, and it's amazing. So I did that short. It got like 146 views. Okay, good. I'm like, oh, that's really good. I made a
Still
second
pretty good.
more.
Like I said, a lot of times we'll have a few dozen, and we've been doing this a long time. So for you to get over 100 is kind of amazing on a first video.
First video, right? So it goes to
Yeah.
tell you this is green space and it's still evolving. Second one was I took all the presidents from president number one to the current president of US and ran them through the software to see what it would output. And at this time, I'm using not Mid Journey, I'm using Jasper, and
Hmm.
Jasper's result were not the greatest.
Yeah.
Uh, but regardless, I did it, and that video was a flop. It got only 35 views. Third one, I did a short of the same thing, another flop, only 15 views. This was November 10th and November 11th. I waited almost till the end of November. November 29th is when I posted how I turned my boring mid journey art into an exciting masterpiece. That one, since then, has now got me 3,700 views.
Wow. Wow. That's
And that
amazing.
one
So
video has brought my channel of zero 86 subscribers. All right, let's go behind the scenes and look at my YouTube channel. So 86 subscribers, 81 you can see in the last 28 days, which is crazy. This is a brand new channel, man. And I haven't promoted this to my existing audience at all. They don't even know this channel exists. And you can see the top video, last 48 hours, I've received like 500 views for that one that I was just telling you about.
look there at the top, you've had over 100 hours of watch time already. And we should also preface this. The why this is kind of amazing to me too is because you're not using SEO, you're not doing anything special, you're not putting in hashtags, nothing fancy. The only thing that I think may have got this video views is the fact that you used the word mid journey in the title. And if you're one of the few people who have been putting things out about mid journey, I think that may have gotten you attention.
Yeah, and I am using tags um, on the video. So let's get into the analytics and
Oh, you are?
you-
Okay.
yeah, you can kind of let's
Hmm.
start with the details to show you, right? So first of all, the thumbnail, which is
It's a good thumbnail.
80% of the work, right? It's the thumbnail. Oh, thank you. So yeah, what I wanted to convey here is this was without any fancy prompts, and then once I made a prompt or added more details to my prompt, how I turned that elf image into one with this bokeh effect in the background.
Yeah.
But you can see the description is very sparse.
Yeah, this is like a two-sentence description. In this video, I'll show you how to take your mid-journey pieces and turn them into exciting masterpieces. You can use this technique to change any picture or object, and it's a great way to add some extra excitement to your artwork.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
nothing special there.
nope, they both generated from Jasper.
So you
Now,
used an AI writer to write these.
yes.
That's
Now, a
funny.
few things that I would say that I've learned over the years being in Daniel Batal's Facebook group about YouTube is to have a playlist. So I've put this in the Mid Journey
Mhm.
playlist. I created a Mid Journey playlist, added this video to that. As we scroll down, you can see that I have tags all about Midjourney V4,
Mhm.
Midjourney tutorial, but that isn't even how people are finding me if we hop on over to analytics. Do you have any other questions on this page before we hop to analytics?
No, I think that's good. So you're not using hashtags in the description, but you are using tags in the Facebook videos details page. I see.
Yep. In the YouTube
Yeah.
details page. Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
All right. So analytics, where YouTube is saying, all right, first thing we're looking at is overview. And you had said that about 50% stick halfway through,
Hmm.
which I guess is a good retention, right?
Yeah, it's very good. Usually people jump off after the first 2 minutes. So to keep people a full 50% of the way through the video. So this is not as long as I thought it was. It's about a 5 minute video. And so is that right?
Yep. Five
Yeah,
minutes, three
5 minutes,
seconds.
3 seconds. So it's about a 5 minute video, but people are staying for a good over 2.5 minutes. In fact, it doesn't really start to drop until a little over the 3 minute mark.
Yep. 3 minutes, 37 seconds. I'll have to see what I did there.
Yeah.
So 55% of viewers are still watching around the 30-second mark, which is typical. So that's what YouTube is saying. If you look at the reach, you can see how many impressions it's got. So it's got a 6% click through rate, 41,000 impressions with a 6% click through rate. That's 3,700 views within which 3,100 unique views. That means 600 people have watched this more than once. Yay.
Wow. I'm
Yep.
one of
So
them.
thank you for supporting. So impressions and how they led to watch time, and you can see 97% is from YouTube recommending my content on
Yeah.
on the home page or the watch page. So I don't know exactly what the watch page is. I'll have to do some more research on that. But recommended on homepage. So whenever you log into YouTube, Chris, on your homepage, you're going to see this video. Of course, YouTube knows, the algorithm knows what your likes are. So you specifically won't see it. But people who are into AI art and Midjourney would see this on the homepage.
Very interesting.
Yep.
Very interesting.
And then I got some views, about 11% from suggested videos too, which is awesome. But this browse feature is where the money is. So this is the traffic from the home screen where YouTube is saying, hey, watch this video, because YouTube's main interest is to keep the viewers on their platform.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm seeing here. External sites, Facebook is number one. Then I don't even know what Creator Studio is. I think that's YouTube Creator Studio. Then we have Gmail, WhatsApp, and Android apps rounding out the external sites.
So I was just looking it up because I got a little stuck on that point. You said, what's the difference between the home page and the watch page? The home page is what you're saying. It's the page where users log into and they see everything up there. The watch page is if they click on a particular video and they're watching it on that video's page. So they're clicking through to that page. They're not just
Gotcha.
watching it from their home page. That's what that is. So that tells me that these are probably largely people watching it on their computers and not like on a TV set. Because on a TV set, you jump directly to the video from the homepage. You rarely go to the watch page. So this is probably mostly computers, which is probably what we're seeing here, right?
Yep. And then it's search terms. So YouTube gives you great analytics. And this is the first time I'm actually diving deep into it with you, Chris. So I'm happy we
Mm-hmm.
are doing this. YouTube search terms that are driving this. The top search term driving this is Midjourney V4, which is in one of my tags. Then also Midjourney,
Yes.
Midjourney AI tutorial, and Midjourney tutorial. Were you saying something, Chris?
No. That's interesting.
Yep. And then content suggesting your video. This is another interesting one. The top video that's suggesting my video is Midjourney V4, how to combine reference images to create AI art. And that is the top video driving traffic to my video.
Yeah, and the third one down is another Midjourney 4 tutorial. So you've got people who are trying to learn about Midjourney. They're watching tutorials, and then they see your video on how you turned your boring Midjourney art into a masterpiece. And so it's very much hitting the targeted audience.
Yep. And then the last thing here is playlists featuring this video. Someone has added this video to their playlist called Q Photoshop, and that is
Hmm.
also driving. And
A
then
little
I
bit of
can click
traffic.
into it to see more details on where it's coming from. This is another page that I had gone to once by accident, and it's deeper dive into your audience, which is great. But I don't think we have enough time to go deep dive. But if we click on like the browse feature or one of these, I think opens up that page. I forgot how to get to it again already. I think it's see more. Okay, so the see more opens up that page, which is deeper dive into viewer age, gender, date, subscription status, etc. And again, something that everyone should look at, especially if you're getting thousands of views to your video. That way, YouTube gives you that additional data points, which if you have only 100, 200 views, YouTube might not even have that extra data points.
Yeah. So, okay, so all this is really neat. It's fascinating, right? That it's grown so much. But what kind of takeaway can we have here? Because this is something that at first glance it doesn't seem like it's easily replicated, right? Because most of your views are from YouTube sharing it, which you have no control over. But I might argue that I do think you have a little bit of control. What do you think?
Yeah, so some of the key takeaways here, Chris. One, create content that your audience wants, right? We have
Mm-hmm.
been saying this all along. Create the content that your audience needs, and don't worry about the whole like don't get too much into making it for the search engines. Make it
Yeah.
for the people. I made that video purely because I thought it was a good piece of content. I didn't make it for it to get the views it did, which I'm grateful for. So one, that's the key takeaway. Two, learn from the masters, right? Join the groups, pay someone like you're doing with Evelyn,
Mm-hmm.
stand on the giant's shoulders and learn how they're doing it, and go scout out your competition. Like that's what I'm doing now is I'm looking at other YouTubers who are in the same niche in the AI art space, checking out their thumbnails, checking out their video descriptions, checking out their tags, studying it now. So it is a repeatable process. You just have to put in the work.
Yeah, yeah. I think the biggest takeaway is the fact that your title included a very high search for word that not a lot of people have content for. And
Yep.
so there's very low competition, but you've got very highly targeted item. There is one video on my personal channel that has done a kind of a similar thing, and it's on an app for the iPhone that most people don't even know about it. But when people are searching for information on it, they find my video because I'm one of the few people who have a video on it. And it's that same principle. It's finding that niche and saying, hey, I'm going to build something for this because no one else is. And those are hard to find sometimes. But if you can find them, especially if there's some way you can monetize them, more power to you.
That brings up a good point, Chris. So I'll share this one last thing that YouTube has recently added, which is I feel like a game changer. I think this is something that they should have added all along. Is that was I was on the content piece and I was showing you analytics for this one video that did good, right? 3,692
Yes.
views. But if I go to the overall channel analytics, there is a new tab here called research. So to your point, I can research here. This is kind of like Google Trends. You can always do this in Google Trends and just search YouTube related content. But now I can do it within my YouTube channel. So I can just search here for Mid Journey and look at the results across YouTube. You can see search volume is really high for Mid Journey AI,
Yes, it
AI
sure
driven.
is.
But not only that, I can see within what my viewers are searching and where the content gap is, which is crazy. So I can say, don't show me all searches, just show me content gaps. Now I know that my subscribers want to search for this, and there is a content gap that needs to be fulfilled.
Hmm.
So Filmora 11 crack, I'm not interested in that. Pixels farm bot, no clue what that is. Trading View Premium, I'm not interested in that. So my audience is interested in it, but I am not. So to me,
Mm-hmm.
even though there's a content gap, I cannot fulfill that gap because that's not what my channel is about. But this search across YouTube, if I just do content gaps, you can see the content gap here is Midjourney AI free. Now it has medium search volume, and YouTube doesn't show you what that search volume is. So then you take it a step further, go into Google Trends, paste that same search term there, and see what the volume is. And you can see that it's pretty good where it's going up and down. It's not like a complete slump.
Yeah.
So Midjourney AI free seems to be the topic that I should talk about next based on the content gap and
Hmm.
Google Trends. So those are the couple of other things that I wanted to quickly highlight as we wrap this up. And then Google Trends also shows you related queries and related topics that I could talk about. Breakout means it's just going crazy right now.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, please join us again. Subscribe, rate, review, subscribe, and share it with someone who might enjoy it too, because we're trying to help people discover how they can teach online, how they can teach anything, anywhere, and you could become a course wizard too. So please rate, review, subscribe, and share. And until next time, we want to see your YouTube channel blowing up.
Keep creating.
Bye
Bye.
bye.